In training camp leading up to the 2026 season, the Los Angeles Dodgers have already begun to clarify several important decisions regarding their lineup. One of the most notable concerns first base and the plan manager Dave Roberts will implement when star Freddie Freeman needs rest. Freeman, who remains one of the most feared hitters in Major League Baseball, is already 37 years old, and the organization understands that managing his workload will be key to keeping him healthy throughout the season, and above all, ensuring he arrives in peak condition for the postseason. On a team with World Series aspirations, every detail counts, and the Dodgers are leaving nothing to chance. Given this situation, Roberts was clear. The young Dalton Rushing will cover first base when Freeman is not in the lineup. The decision not only addresses the need to give the veteran a rest, but also aims to further Rushing's development within the infield. Rushing debuted in the major leagues in 2025 and quickly demonstrated that he has the tools to contribute both offensively and defensively. Although he also saw action in the outfield during his development, the coaching staff has decided to focus him specifically on two positions, catcher and first base. In fact, Roberts made it clear that he will not be considered for the outfield this season, as they want to solidify him in more specific roles. This strategy has several advantages. First, it allows Freeman to take strategic days off without the team losing too much offensive power. Second, it gives Rushing important at-bats, maintaining his competitive edge. And third, it strengthens the roster depth, something fundamental in a long and demanding season. During Dodger Fest 2026, Rushing expressed his willingness to take on any role the team assigns him. However, he acknowledged that his primary responsibilities will be behind the plate and covering first base when needed. This team mentality has been highly valued within the clubhouse, where he is seen as a key piece for the present and future of the franchise. The Dodgers know that Freeman is crucial in clutch situations, especially in October. Therefore, managing his innings and plate appearances isn't a luxury, but a necessity. Having a young, powerful, and versatile player like Rushing ready to take on that responsibility is a smart move by the organization. Ultimately, Dave Roberts' decision reflects a clear philosophy, thinking not only about the day-to-day, but also about the entire season. If everything goes according to plan, Freeman will be at his best for the most important games, while Rushing will continue to develop into one of the team's most exciting prospects. Undoubtedly, this is a strategic move that could make a difference in 2026.
In other news, the Dodgers clubhouse is buzzing. And not because of any controversy, but because of the enormous anticipation surrounding Roki Sasaki heading into the 2026 season. After a year of adjustment filled with ups and downs, the young Japanese pitcher seems ready to take the big leap, and one of his main supporters on the team is none other than Will Smith. Sasaki is coming off a first season in the major leagues that was a true roller coaster. In 2025, he posted a 1-1 record with a 4.46 ERA and 28 strikeouts in 10 appearances. He also had to deal with a pinched nerve in his right shoulder that affected his rhythm and consistency. However, when the big moment arrived, the stage of October, he showed his true potential. In the 2025 postseason, coming out of the bullpen, Sasaki was simply dominant. A 0.84 ERA, 6 strikeouts, and 3 saves in 9 appearances, playing a key role in the Los Angeles Dodgers World Series victory. It was there that many began to see the true Japanese phenomenon that's shown in the NPB. Now, heading into his second season, Will Smith didn't hold back when talking about the 24-year-old right-hander. According to the catcher, Sasaki looks good, is throwing hard, and his fastball and splitter sound electric. But there's something even more interesting. He's working on a third pitch, a cutter-slider that could change everything. Smith also highlighted a key aspect: confidence. He says that this year he sees a different Sasaki with a greater presence on the mound and a better understanding of what he needs to do to dominate in the major leagues. And that, for a young pitcher, can be the factor that makes the difference between talent and consolidation. There's also full support from the front office. President of Baseball Operations Andrew Friedman made it clear that the team firmly believes Sasaki can succeed as a starter, even if his main arsenal revolves around his fastball and splitter. According to Friedman, last year was a necessary learning experience, and now the focus is on improving execution and solidifying that third pitch. General Manager Brandon Gomes was even more direct: starter for sure. For the front office, there's no doubt that Sasaki's future lies in the rotation, not the bullpen. If he can maintain his velocity, execute his pitches better, and solidify his cutter, he could become a real nightmare for hitters, especially when facing lineups for the third time in a single game. The 2026 season will be key. Roki Sasaki has already tasted success in October. He's already experienced what it's like to shine under pressure. Now the challenge is to translate that dominant performance to a full season as a starter. Dodgers Nation, are we witnessing the next great Japanese star in MLB? Leave your opinion in the comments, subscribe to the channel for more Dodgers news, and turn on notifications because the best of 2026 is just beginning. In other news, the trade market never stops, and the Los Angeles Dodgers are once again making headlines with a signing that evokes nostalgia and anticipation: the return of Dominican reliever Yency Almonte, known as Showtime. The right-hander returns to the organization on a minor league deal, looking to earn a spot on the big league roster during spring training and prove he still has plenty left in the tank. Almonte is no stranger to pitching under the bright lights of Hollywood. In his first stint with the Dodgers during 2022 and 2023, he delivered some very solid performances out of the bullpen. He pitched a total of 83.1 innings with a 3.35 ERA, numbers that reflect his reliability when healthy and consistent. This was especially true in 2022, when he posted an impressive 1.02 ERA, becoming a key part of the bullpen. However, 2023 was a different story. His ERA climbed to 5.06, showing ups and downs that ultimately affected his time with the team. He was later traded to the Chicago Cubs in a deal that also included Michael Busch and brought back prospects like Zyhir Hope and Jackson Ferris. But his time in Chicago didn't live up to expectations. Injuries severely limited his playing time, pitching just 15.6 innings in 2024 and 19.1 in 2025. The lack of consistent pitching prevented him from establishing a rhythm and confidence, two key factors for any reliever in the demanding world of Major League Baseball. Now at 31, Almonte returns to an organization that already knows his talent and competitive spirit. The Dodgers, known for rebuilding and developing arms in the bullpen, could be the ideal stage for his resurgence. His high-velocity fastball and ability to generate wild swings remain attractive tools. If he can stay healthy, he could become a valuable depth piece for a team that always aspires to the World Series. This move also reflects the Dodgers' philosophy. They don't just go for superstars, but constantly seek value in low-risk, high-potential contracts. Almonte arrives without media pressure, but with a real opportunity to prove he can rediscover his best form. For the Dodgers bullpen, adding experience is always a plus. The season is long, injuries happen, and having arms that already know the place can make all the difference in critical moments. Showtime has a second chance in Los Angeles, and now everything will depend on his performance in spring training. Can Yency Almonte regain the coaching staff's trust and shine again at Dodger Stadium? The story has only just begun, and spring training will be the stage where it will be determined whether this return is redemption or just another chapter in his career.